Let's be honest, sometimes you just want movies to really pack a punch. Fortunately, there are plenty of movies coming out in 2025 that aim to deliver on this very subject. Let's bring you up to date. Here are the action highlights for the coming year. With Captain America 4 Brave New World, Sam Wilson will finally get his own solo adventure as the new Captain America. Like The Winter Soldier previously, the film is set to be more of a thriller. In addition to Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Harrison Ford will also be seen slipping into the role of Thunderbolt Ross and transforming into the Red Hulk. This time, the fourth movie will not be directed by the Russo brothers, but by Julius Onah, who so far has been able to impress with smaller productions. Captain America 4 will hit theaters on February 14th, 2025. Fans of Tough Guys can enjoy themselves in January. Den of Thieves returns for another installment. The heist action film starring Gerard Butler was quite a success at the box office in 2018. The action, which was reminiscent of great classics such as Heat, was particularly thrilling. This time, the action in Den of Thieves 2 Pantera moves from Los Angeles to Europe. Gerard Butler, alias Nick O'Brien, changes sides to take part in a diamond heist. We'll find out whether the scheme works on January 10th, 2025. Next year, we will finally be able to enjoy Mortal Kombat 2. In the sequel to the popular fighting series, a decisive battle between Earth and Outworld awaits us. Part 1 ended with Shang Tsung having to admit defeat in the fight against Cole Young and his allies. However, he is seeking revenge and intends to return with an entire army. Another battle thus seems unavoidable, and Cole Young sets off in search of new champions. The cast from Part 1 will be back, including Louis Tan as Cole Young and Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade. Likewise returning are Tadanobu Asano as Raiden, Hiroyuki Sanada as Scorpion, and the Raid star Joe Taslim as Sub-Zero. And finally, we'll also get to see Johnny Cage, played by the boy star Karl Urban. Mortal Kombat 2 has already finished shooting on the Australian Gold Coast, but it seems that they are taking their time for a good post-production, as the planned theatrical release of Mortal Kombat 2 is scheduled for October 24th, 2025. With Thunderbolts, Marvel is presenting its own counterpart to the Suicide Squad on the big screen. The movie focuses on a squad of mercenaries and anti-heroes who have already been introduced in previous Marvel productions. These include Super Soldier John Walker, played by Wyatt Russell and known from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Yelena Belova, the sister of Black Widow, played by Florence Pugh. Besides these two, other well-known characters are likewise part of the team, namely Olga Kurylenko as Taskmaster, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, and David Harbour as Red Guardian. The Thunderbolts function as a kind of anti-Avengers and will probably set off on a particularly risky adventure similar to the Suicide Squad. They will be up against Robert Reynolds, alias Sentry, a powerful character who will be making his debut in the MCU. Fans are eagerly awaiting the theatrical release on May 2nd, 2025. It's been 8 years since Ben Affleck won over critics and viewers alike as a battle-hardened accountant in The Accountant. Now on April 25th, 2025, he will once again provide Law and Order. Part 2 revolves around Mary Beth Medina, played by Cynthia Addai Robinson, who tries to solve the murder of her boss. She receives support from the main character and his brother Brax. Alongside Ben Affleck, we will therefore also be able to see John Bernthal. The cast also includes actors such as J.K. Simmons, Daniela Pineda, and jury duty actress Cassandra Blair. As with its popular 2016 predecessor, The Accountant 2 will once again be directed by Gavin O'Connor. From the world of John Wick, Ballerina is the first movie spin-off in the John Wick universe that focuses on Ana de Armas in the role of a deadly ballerina who embarks on a vendetta against the murderers of her family. She is supported by John Wick himself, played by Keanu Reeves. He stands by her side as a kind of mentor and is also involved in some action-packed scenes. The movie will be directed by Len Wiseman, while Chad Stahelski, the director of the John Wick series, will have creative oversight and provide valuable input on the finished film. After several postponements, the theatrical release of John Wick Ballerina has now been set for June 6, 2025. The first trailer already promises a badass action film. The Mission Impossible series is set to return to theaters one last time. After Part 7 ended with a cliffhanger, Mission Impossible 8: The Final Reckoning will once again focus on Ethan Hunt and his team's fight against the so-called Entity. Of course, Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Haley Atwell, and Ving Rhames will once again be part of the cast. But a number of new actors are also joining the sequel. For example, Tremel Tillman, known from the Apple series Severance. Part 8 was actually due to be released in cinemas in 2024. However, due to the Hollywood strikes and some difficulties during production, it came to a temporary halt, In the meantime, however, the action hit has been shot and is due for release on May 23, 2025. The much-anticipated sequel Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk is finally coming to the big screen. In 2021, Nobody captured the audience's attention with its mixture of bloody action and bitter humor. The movie is directed by Timo Tjahjanto, who was previously responsible for Netflix's hard-hitting action movie The Night Comes for Us. Derek Kolstad is once again writing the screenplay. This time, however, he is receiving support from Aaron Rabin and Umair Alim, who worked on the Amazon series Jack Ryan with John Krasinski, for example. Bob Odenkirk himself also contributed to the screenplay this time. Nobody 2 will be released in cinemas on August 15, 2025. Bigger Jurassic World. With Jurassic World 4 Rebirth, we are in for exciting changes when it opens on July 2, 2025, featuring a new cast, a new storyline, and a director known for visually stunning and intense movies. The planned plot of Jurassic World Rebirth revolves around Zora Bennett, an experienced specialist in covert operations, as she leads a dangerous mission. Her team is tasked with securing the genetic material of 3 powerful dinosaurs. Naturally, things go wrong, and a fight for survival begins on a secluded island. The dinosaur blockbuster is being directed by Gareth Edwards, known for Godzilla, the Star Wars film Rogue One, and The Creator. The cast is certainly impressive. Hollywood superstar Scarlett Johansson takes on the leading role. We will also get to see Bridgerton star Jonathan Bailey, Oscar winner Mahershala Ali, and Alita Battle Angel villain Ed Skrein, among others. A new hunt for the Predator. Unlike the last installment, Predator Badlands is set in the near future. This time, the plot on the human side revolves around the twin sisters Thea and Tessa, both played by Elle Fanning. In contrast to the previous films, however, this time the actual villain is to take center stage in the plot and become a real main character with his own story. Undoubtedly a bold experiment. Dan Trachtenberg, who already directed the last film Prey, is back in the director's chair. If he delivers another movie of the same quality, the majority of Predator fans should be pleased. Screenwriter Patrick Asen, another member of the Prey team, is also part of the project. The movie will be released on November 7, 2025. The third part of the Avatar film series finally awaits us in 2025, and although the movie is still a long time coming, there is already some information about the cast and the plot. Of course, the Sully family is still the focus of the story. Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana return to their parental roles as Jack Sully and Neytiri. Their children, Loak and Tuck, are also returning, played by Britton Dalton and Trinity Jolie Bliss. The same goes for their foster children, Kiri and Spider, who cannot be missing. Kiri is once again played by Sigourney Weaver, and Spider by Jack Champion. In an interview, James Cameron revealed that the movie will introduce a new clan that is very different from the previous Na'vi people. The Ash people are closely linked to the element of fire. According to Cameron, they embody the dark side of the Na'vi and carry a lot of anger. The Ash people live in a barren, volcanic landscape, which is a stark contrast to the colorful forests and seas of Pandora. Avatar 3: Fire and Ash will be released in movie theaters on December 19, 2025. We are once again expecting a visually stunning action spectacle that only James Cameron can deliver. These were our highlights in terms of action movies in 2025. We hope the movies will be as good as they promise. But which movies are you looking forward to the most? And are there any that we have forgotten to mention but are high up on your watch list? Write your favorites in the comments, and like the video if you enjoyed our overview.